Kapla, and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online on the PS4. I'm the Big B82 and this is part 28 of my Klingon Defense Force Recruit 2021 Tactical Officer playthrough. We are going to start the new Romulus Arc, where we're going to go and render aid to the Romulan Republic and building up their home world. We're going to be doing the mission New Romulus Aid, staging area, hidden camera, and warehouse, which completes the staging area story mini arc. So let's head for the first mission, and then let's get the show on the road. All of this will be on a ground mission, so we're not going to be using our ship in space, unfortunately. So, General, a group of our people are trying to create a new homeworld. Sealer's capital city has erupted into fighting since she disappeared. So-called saviors struggle for power, and new ones rise and fall every day. We are witnessing the end of days of an empire. I belong to a group of Romulans who, like you, want to survive. With our leader, the 10, we are throwing off the shackles of our past. We reject secrecy and deceit in favour of democracy and cooperation. Creating a new world, we will remake our culture. We have found a planet we call Morihan, New Romulus in our mother's tongue. It can be ours, but we have much to do before we can truly call it a home. Our government has authorised me to ask for your assistance. Our people have been strived for too long. Can you look past our history and help us build a new world? Okay, so you'll have my support. Okay, so let's head to New Romulus. There we are, into the New Romulus system. Okay. Down to New Romulus, you should get a cutscene. General, we are ready to beam down to New Romulus at your command. The Romulans are suggesting you bring a small weight team. I'll be triggering. So let's go. Triggering is my most loyal officer. He's with me when we killed the previous captain.
We have the strength now. With the help of Starfleet and the Empire, we could destroy what's left of the Tal Shiar. We would be safe. We would be free.
There are too few of us left to fight amongst ourselves. Military action should be our last option.
I don't see how talking to them will be enough. But I'm a warrior, not a politician. If my people are to find a home here, there must be a leader capable of building a new future. Of looking past our differences to find harmony. You are that leader, Detad.
Since I was a child, hiding in the sewers of the capital with the reunificationists, I have worked toward the day when the Romulans would once again walk beside their Vulcan brothers and sisters. Before that can happen, we need to rebuild. We need a home to replace what was lost, to see past our grief and find acceptance. We need to reconcile with the Remans and end the centuries of strife and oppression. The fate of both our peoples rests here. We either create a new homeworld out of the ashes, or we wither and die. Thank you for agreeing to assist us. I'm grateful that both the Federation and the Empire have temporarily put aside their differences to help create a new Romulus. This proves that unification is possible, both for my people and for yours. We're building a new home here. Romulans and Remans can't continue on like nothing has changed. Everything is different. We are a changed people. The loss of Romulus wounded us greatly. But that wound will not be fatal. There is a great deal of work to do before we can truly call this our new home. But with your help, I know Mold Rihan, or New Romulus in your language, will someday be as great as what we lost. Kylor is in charge of the staging area. He can give you more information about what we need. There's much to do, and little time. We left our first home to remain free. We lost our adopted home to treachery. May this world be the home we have sought for so long. A place where our descendants can live in peace.
Yeah, I can get with you on that one. Okay, so we're now being promoted to Lieutenant General, although we're not. So let's speak with General Cabrera. Thank you for coming to New Romulus, General. Since the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, Romulan space has been unstable. We have done our best to keep the situation contained, but as Kalis said, an unpredictable enemy is a most dangerous foe. The Romulans have been blinded by pain and rage, lashing out at anyone who is foolhardy enough to approach. Normally, we would not concern ourselves with yet another attempt to reunify the Romulan people like the Tan is doing here. High Council, however, sees this as one differently. The Tan has managed to gain the support of the Remans, something we ourselves are still trying to do. The Tan has strength for the conviction, and he does not want to build a military empire. In short, he does not want to be our enemy. We have a chance here to cut the head off the snake. If the Romulans change their ways, we will have eliminated one of our most dangerous enemies without a single blow. And this was once a time when our people and the Romulans were allies. There was once a time when our people and the Romulans were allies. It could happen again with your help. I look forward to working with the Romulan Republic. The Empire needs you as a representative to talk to. Okay. So now speak with Kylor. Welcome to New Romulus.
Let me brief you on the situation here. We're building a new city here, at the site where people first landed on this world more than 2,000 years ago, after the Sundering. Our Reman friends will take the lower levels, where they can feel most at home. We'll use the staging area as a landing site for shuttlecraft, and a place to coordinate construction and future shipping. Many of our records were lost with the homeworld. But what we do have indicates that there was a battle here before the colony ships left to find Romulus.
You found what could be
The Sword of the Raptor Star, one of our most revered artifacts.
here on this world.
There's still much we need to learn about this world and its inhabitants. This creature, for example, how did it adapt to the radiation that until recently made this world unsuitable for colonization? Recent scans are showing the radiation falling into manageable levels. With modern technology and your assistance, this should be a place where the Romulan and Reman people can thrive for generations to come. We've found ruins that date back to the Sundering, and beneath them, signs of what may be a much older civilization. Who lived here eons ago? What happened to them? We're doing what we can, but we can't do it alone. If you're here to help, I'll get you started.
Okay.
Congratulations, General.
So now we need to do the mission staging area. Should pop up at some point. There's a lot of things that need to be done and not enough hands to do the work. My job is to organise volunteers, so grab a spanner or collect reports and volunteer already. You might even get that fancy uniform a little dusty. Dirty work is honest work. Okay. So we've got to motivate some people, repair some work, and kill some suspicious people. So let's do that. Imagine if a random Klingon warrior started walking up to you and said, "Get to work!" It'd scare the crap out of you. It used to be a lot different than Romulus. Warrior needs no motivation. Thank you, General. I know this may have not seemed like much, but everything you can do contributes to my rehab. As the Klingons say, the first city wasn't built in a day. I can't get to the rest of the planes, not in time anyway. Okay, so now we're doing the last mission, which is the warehouse, where we get to meet an old friend.
I've received reports of Tal Shiar spying on new Romulans. Not a surprise, but we need to stay cautious. Most recently, I've acquired a recording that has actionable information. I'd like for you to follow up on it.
Accept. Begin message playback. I don't have my live time. I've hidden a recording near where you first arrived on your Romulus. Find it. This is hidden camera. This used to be used to be part of the new Romulus, or the Romulan Republic reputation. You used to have to go and do the reputation before you could do all this. I'm glad that they kind of integrated it into this search for hidden cache. Sir, it seems as there is a recording taken from hidden cameras within the capital city itself. There's a message on it. It's addressed specifically to you.
I'll be going now, unless you need anything else. Do you want me to bring you something to eat?
No, thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
Proconsul, may we speak?
How did you get in here?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sub-Commander Kiana, and I represent certain individuals interested in the future of the Romulan people.
Don't patronize me. You mean the Tal Shiar.
If you want to be blunt, yes.
What do you want, Sub-Commander?
An agreement that will benefit us both. You agree to allow us to advise you on the governing of this colony, and in return we will do all we can to assist you with any complications that may arise.
You want to play Kingmaker. I'm no king, and deals made in the dark never end well. If you want to open negotiations, contact my office during business hours.
You know as well as I do that would be pointless. There's too much bad blood, and the Federation and the Klingons would never agree. I'd be lucky to leave the negotiations alive. Hakiv's death and the disappearance of the Empress has left my organization at loose ends. The Tal Shiar needs a strong leader. You have the trust of the Klingons, Starfleet, the Remans. Just imagine what you could do with our help.
Are you trying to bribe me?
Merely presenting options. A wise man would see that this is his best, his only option.
I was instructed by the wisest of men, Sub-Commander. Spock taught me that openness and truth have more power than secrets. I want all Romulans to unite, even the Tal Shiar. But it can only happen in the light of day.
I'll give you time to reconsider. We have similar goals to Tarn. You want to rebuild Romulan power. So do we. Think about it. We will speak again.
I won't trust Tal Shiar.
Computer, give me everything we have on the Tal Shiar.
Who do you think left at us that recording, General? Whoever it was is obviously someone who wants us to know everything that's going on behind the scenes, no matter what the motivations were for releasing this recording. It's good to know that the Turn is not siding with the Tal Shiar. We should submit this recording to headquarters. Lieutenant Taganger of the warehouse contacted me. The colony is having supply issues, and the source of them may be the Ferengi contractor they hired to manage the supply lines. We think that a neutral party like you could help defuse the conflict. Would you be willing to sort this out? Yes. Go to warehouse Alpha 2. Now we're going to go and meet an old friend. I'm pretty sure he's not too happy to see us. We don't really care. True General, we appreciate you taking an interest in our affairs. Right now, we're having supply problems. There's a Ferengi trader here named Margarine who seems quite capable of making a profit, but less than capable of keeping an accurate track of our shipments. We tried talking to him, but he seems to treat any conversation as a type of negotiation, and I'm hesitant to escalate this problem to the town's attention. Colonel suggests that we use a third party to help us work out our solution. Will you be willing to speak to him on our behalf? Maybe you can get through to him? Of course. I'll let you know what we find. Margarine. Last time we spoke to Margarine, he was exploiting Romulan citizens on Romulan miners. So let's pay the Ferengi a visit. Margarine.
You again? Last time I saw you, I had a sweet little mining business on Hifar, and some information brokering on the side. Now, all of that's gone. The mine, the intel, everything. I'm lucky I still have a tooth sharpener. Get out before I call security!
We came to talk to you about some irregularities with your supply manifests.
Let me guess. Lieutenant Tenenga's complaining again. I stand by my paperwork and my inventory. It's not my fault if the Romulans can't count. They don't have the lobes for business. Look, you can review the cargo manifests yourself and match them to the supplies in the crates. But I'm sure a big, important officer in the Klingon Defense Force like yourself has more important things to do. If you want to bother with it, though, knock yourself out. The terminals in the warehouse have the manifest, and the crates are nearby. I'd help you check, but I have real work to do. Oh, and don't mind the Orions. They're subcontractors working for me. Lots of willing hands to help, if you know what I mean.
I'll do that. Okay, let's download the manifests and check. So here we go. Manifest number 1. There it is. Pissing blind. Old uniforms. Why would anyone keep these in a box marked River Pig Chow? Acknowledged. Captain, the manifest says that this crate is supposed to contain industrial energy cells, but all I can see is some self-seeing stem bolts. Acknowledged. She was a bit worried for her, but then with her ex-Borg Klingon as her boss, I bet she would be bloody concerned. According to the manifest, this is supposed to be 3 months' supply of supplies for science scenes working in the Antari, but half of those boxes are empty. Acknowledged. Who made these manifests? This isn't entertainment supplies, it's scrap hull plating from old shuttles. Well, Margarine's a Ferengi, so I wouldn't be too surprised if he's misplaced a few things. What about profit? This isn't dilithium ore. These manifests are completely wrong. Last one. This crate is supposed to contain construction supplies, but it's empty. Acknowledged. So let's go and confront Margarine. See what excuse he has before I put a blade in him for wasting the time of a Klingon officer and a warrior. Try to figure my way out of this bloody maze. I should just kill him. Be done with it. Much more entertaining just to kill him.
So, you checked the manifests and the crates, and they don't match up. I knew I should have gone with you. Then I could have explained that the more valuable supplies are in a secure storage unit. You can't be too careful, you know. Someone might be trying to steal something. Here, let me open the secure area for you. It's at the far end of the warehouse.
For your sake, I hope you're telling the truth.
Couldn't just leave well enough alone, could you? Your type are all meddling. Now you've gone and upset my Hiroshima friends, and they want to have a discussion. Enjoy.
Let them have a discussion with me. For the Empire. Come, face death. Yes, there's a time and a place.
Controlling my family. Well, they have my accent, and Lacton is like to a Frankie. Please, please, have mercy on a humble businessman.
Right, well, that was fun. Right, let's exit the warehouse. Something fishy was going on. No surprise for Rengier involved. That's what happens when you trust Margarine. Margarine was working with the Syndicate and the Tal Shiar. I'm glad you're able to handle the situation, General, but if it shouldn't have gotten so far out of hand in the first place. Obviously, we're going to have to keep a much closer eye on anyone we invite into our colony. Okay, and that is the end of part 1 of New Romulus and part 28 of the story. We're going to be heading to the mountain base, but also we're going to be covering the Western Peaks and the missions around there as well. We'll be heading over there. Oh, well, I'll be heading over there by foot rather than making you watch me walk all the way over there. Until then, on the Brigades 2, please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate your thumbs up, and I will see you in part 29. Until then, Copla, ciao for now.